Hello. Okay, this one it was at least a little bit easier than the ID one. The ID one still has a lot of room for talking about. This one in general was actually pretty easy compared to the rest. So I think the only tricky ones are over here because either I don't understand the what they actually do, or I think they are still very sus in terms of whether they are good or not. But anyway, what happened was that in general, a lot of the base egos basically didn't get anything interesting. Like for example, Snack was Burst Tremor, Heal on Bleed, 2 extra healing on SP. I shit you not. Representation emitter heals 2 extra SP and I pay 80 shards for that. Nope, I'm not paying that. So if they had very little changes to them, or I don't think it's worth it to invest the shards into them, I just slap them down here. So general Red Eyes Open, I didn't really see anything change. I think the damage increase went from 20% to 40%. Dimension Shredder, it had a change. It literally said like your charge potency becomes charge count now. Like what? I thought there was a text error, but nope, it was. You have to pay up high cost for it. What? Okay, whatever. Anyway, Legend Domain also got nothing much. Impending Day, not really a big increase. Nothing major to talk about. All of these stuff over here, they either already good enough or they didn't get much. So I wouldn't recommend you to uptie them. If there's any here that I missed, feel free to let me know. In general, I just saw them and I was like, these are I'm not paying for these for sure. I'm not paying anything for this. So perhaps includes quite a few that I think are quite okay. Ryoshu gets +1 fragility, essentially, and for 4 cost, I think that's quite nice. So I think it's quite good. Indeed, she is a. I could put her here because 2 fragility is really nice. I'm slapping her here. Yeah. So very simple. She has 2 fragility and she's a 4 cost, so it's pretty nice. Land of Illusion. I don't know how to explain this one, so I will have to show you this ego. They introduced these 2 new statuses. Land of Illusion, right? It has this status where it gives you -2 loss efficiency to all allies, -2 to the amount of SP loss from ego use. So does SP loss efficiency affect ego loss? Because if it does, right, then this is actually a huge amount of sanity preventation that you lose from spamming your egos. So in MT2 hard, where you really need to spam your egos to win clashes, right, this is humongous, actually crazy. Yeah, so if I don't know how it works here, I'm not tested. If you've tested already, let me know. This is quite significant because it heals SP and it also gives this, and it also costs 15, so it's a net 0 SP, and you apply this to all allies, which is damn interesting. So I think if this works how I think it works, where it helps to prevent ego SP loss by a lot, then actually this is a very strong ego. It should be bumped up all the way. But right now I don't know, so I'm putting it here. 4th Match Flame Isang. It got buffed to a 3 AoE, was it? Or was it a 5 AoE? I believe it's 3. Oh, it became 5. Okay, it became 5, so... Actually 5 AoE. Okay, the problem I had with this ego, right, is that the damage you're dealing is not particularly huge, but at the same time, if you bring the right elements and you use this 5 AoE slot, it could be quite good. Maybe it could be good to put here. But at the same time, there's also a 4th Match Flame Rodion that also has 3 AoE and 5 AoE, which does significantly more because it applies Wrath Fragility compared to this, which increases damage by quite a lot. And I think the base damage for her is quite high. Let me double check this. So we go to the ID, we go to Rodion, 4th Match Flame. 4th Match Flame is 38 minus 18 to 3, or 33 minus 18 to 3, to 5. So 33 minus 18 is about 15 AoE. Could be argued. I mean, but Wrath Fragility is still quite good if you're running the Wrath guys. So I think it's not fair to put it like that. I think we can put it here first. And Lifetimes 2 and Roseate Desire. So what's up with these guys? So Lifetimes 2, right? Unfortunately, it's kind of weird. It has become 7, alright? So it's 7 AoE, so you could make extremely good use of this Ego Resource Amp, but at the same time, it's quite tricky because you... I don't know, man. Like, it could be good. It's a sustained Ego, right? And it gives you this Ego Resource Amp, but only boss for 1 turn, so is it that good? Lifetimes 2 has always gone through these phases with me where I think I overvalue this line, basically. I'm really valuing this line too much. So it's either super trash or actually usable. So I'm just gonna slap it here because I don't know. And what else was I talking about? Wasn't there one more here? Oh, Roseate Desire. Yes, Roseate Desire. Roseate Desire is quite interesting because for Roseate Desire, what happened was that it inflicts 10 offense level down, and that is around 2 to 3 clash power down. So that is actually quite good. Unfortunately, it's on the same turn, which is why it's a bit sussy. Because I think only Liu Ishmael is fast enough to kind of do that, right? And with Liu Ishmael, you have Other Blossom Star as your ego, and it's AoE now, so why would you use this one? So also a bit sus. But theoretically, this thing is pretty good. As well as the 3 Paralyze and the Bind, all very good stuff. Alright, enough about these guys. Kaput became a 2 AoE, 4 AoE, I just slapped it there. Basically, a lot of these egos at the top right, they became AoEs. So, in general, because AoEs are so good, okay, they became AoEs, but the cost didn't increase. So that's the big thing, right? So that's why I slapped a lot of them up. So, for example, we have Kaput Ishmael. Kaput Ishmael becomes 2 AoE, 4 AoE. Lantern becomes 3 AoE. Yasunata becomes 2, and You Want to Get Beat becomes 2. So all of these guys became 2 AoEs. Nothing major about their kits were changed, so they are here. You become AoE, you are slightly more valuable than before, and you also cost the same because no cost was increased. So yeah, you can belong here now. Alright, then in the Yo tier, all these guys got something big happen to them. Either they became AoE and they were good before, which makes them great, or they got... Actually, no, that's really it. Oh no, sorry, they got a huge amount of coin power. Yeah. So, Red Eyes Ryoshu, it became AoE from single target. Nice. So, AoE bind. AD Gregor, AD Heathcliff both became AoE. That's great. Sunshower Otis, AoE. That's great. It's a 2 AoE, but still great because it was originally a very high roll. Unfortunately, I placed this too low last time. I screwed up in the previous tier list. Actually, Sunshower Otis rolls about 30 something, so it's still a very strong ego, and it's AoE, so it's strong. Kaput got 10 extra coin power, making it 45 coin power, making it able to beat everything in the game. Okay, everything in the game. Dimension Shredder, Honglu, became AoE, so you can apply the rupture count to multiple targets. Very nice. Lifetime Still Dawn, AoE. Telepole Faust, AoE, and also, oh no, sorry, it's just AoE. Yeah. Sunshower Yisang and Otis are a bit weird because is 7 AoE better than 5 AoE? By how much? Because actually if we hit 5, right, that's already like most maps, right? The enemies usually spawn with like 5. You really need 7 to hit every single boss, but you probably only need 5, so... Besides that, they didn't really get much changes besides the AoE change, so it's... it depends, I think. If the boss has like a ×2 maybe, then you can consider up-tying them to get a 7, then you can just skip the ×2 slot, and then you can just hit all of the body parts. I don't know, this one is sussy, so I just put them here. But if 7 AoE is very important in the future, then slap them up here, easy. 4th Match Flame, 4th Match Rodeon, both AoEers / Wrath. One applies Wrath Rigidity, one applies Burn, yeah, so your flavor, honestly. Roseate Desire, Honglu, and Wishing Cairn are both okay clashes in the first place, so they became AoE, so they're nicer. Yep. So really very easy to explain. If they became more AoE, it's like PMoon looked at all the egos except the base ones and then said, "Hey, let's make you AoE." Crazy. Yep. Okay. Anyway, let's go to the gods, the crazy OP bastards. Let's start from left to right. Okay. Let's start with Bodysack. Why was Bodysack good. Currently it's bugged, by the way, so it's not working how it's intended to work, from what I hear. So Heathcliff, right, Bodysack. What happened was they did this, gain 2 attack power up next turn. 3 attack power up is crazy. That's crazy. And you still have the passive where you gain attack power. The fact that he gets all of this, right, and all the base egos got screwed, like literally got nothing. Like it's crazy actually. It's actually crazy. But yeah, this is insane. 3 attack power up. Imagine that with a freaking quick suppression. Yeah, it's nuts. Additional +3, hell yeah, dude, I'll take that. Fluid Sac Faust. Okay, you know what? I'm actually going to make another tier for her. Yeah, this is not enough. This tier is not enough for her. Fluid Sac Faust. Enabler of all egos. Yep. Tentatively, right? So this is the day 1 tier list, just a reminder. So yeah. But Faust is insane. Okay. Faust is actually ridiculous. So let's start with the Uptie 3 version of Faust. Okay. Uptie 3. Heal 15 SP for all allies, it costs 20, so you have a -5 SP, correct? And you also heal allies by this, and you get a bunch of other values here. Huge, right? Very nice. So let's go out, and let's go in, because this, unfortunately this site hasn't like fully done the implementation yet, but it's fine. Okay, hit, attack, and heal 10 SP for all allies. Look, heal 15, heal 10, cost 20. It's all allies, meaning yourself. So you heal 25, and you win the clash, you get some SP also. So even if this thing didn't heal yourself, you would still get the SP. You are the SP engine. Any ego will be used, and then the next turn, they will be used again with Fluid Sac Faust leading the way. It costs a lot, but it's so worth it. You have no idea what power is until you ego at 45 SP every turn, because you have all of this energy and a Fluid Sac Don. Sorry, not Don, Faust. It is insane. The queen of egos has arrived, and she shall allow you to ego as much as you want, because nothing in this game currently costs more than 20 SP. I'm pretty sure. Maybe 25 SP, but even then you heal 25 SP. So what's the problem? It's crazy. Is there any that consumes 30? I'll just do a little double check here. I suspect maybe it push them. Nope, 20. Nope. If you remember one that consumes like 25 or 30, just let me know. But damn, dude. Damn. This is the queen. Okay. Enough simping. Alright, Dawn. Fluid Sac. AoE on a 38 coin. Enough said. Don't need to say anything else. Let's go to Ryoshu. 4th match flame. AoE with this coin. And then if you want to corrode, you can get this line here on an AoE. Failed killed 3 targets in an AoE. That's 9 attack power and 30 burn, but you know, just kill them before you die, lol. Or heal up a little bit. Yep. Pursuance, AoE. Other Blossom Star, AoE. Rimeshank. Rimeshank was AoE beforehand. So what makes Rimeshank good? Rimeshank is that Rimeshank's values are insane. Okay, look at the base version. 5 plus 5, correct? So that is actually quite a lot of sinking and sinking count. Okay, you can actually trigger coldness, but it's not over yet. Look at the corroded version. Burst Tremor, inflict 10 sinking and inflict +8 sinking count. That's a lot of sinking on a corroded, and it's Gloom Envy, which is some of the more popular elements when you're using some units. Like, damn, dude. Damn. If you fight a boss, this is 80 sinking on the target. If you have Yisang, Spice Bush, you can sinking Deluge and explode the enemy. And even if you don't do that, you can just hit them and the boss will take sinking damage, because that's how it works. It's crazy. It's insane. This is ridiculous. Rimeshank. From being kind of alright because you cost a lot to being insane in Uptie 4. Crazy stuff. Telepole Don, the last one. Well, it's AoE. And if you look at the wording, right? Not tested yet, so you're just gonna have to like take my word right now. If you know already, please let me know. So what I'm looking at here, right, is attack weight 3. And I'm also looking at on hit gain plus 10 charge count. 1, 2, 3 targets on hit gain 10, 10, 10 charge count. Right? I'm looking at that and I'm thinking that that's how the wording is supposed to be read. So in one ego, I can rip space next turn. That's what I'm looking at, okay? So yeah, and this costs 5, by the way. They didn't increase the cost. It's still 5, by the way. Yeah, okay. And I think that's it for the tier list. It was pretty simple, actually. Logically, a lot of these were just buffed up to become AoE, Fluid Sac for SP reasons, and everyone else because, you know, they were pretty good coins, and the fact that they became AoE is insane. In fact, you could argue for like what Sunshower go up. You can argue for Capote go up. Like it's just very close. It's very close. Like they all have a use up here. All of these egos up here, in my opinion, are worth the uptie. Everything else below, you should probably go and look back at the top side here and think about which one you have and which one you probably want to be using. If you want to try some of these, then go ahead. But ultimately, I think all the good ones are up here. Yep, so that is it for this one. Much shorter. I didn't really go into in-depth explanations, so if you see that I didn't like explain something enough, or if I didn't put something in the right place or where you think it should be, please leave a comment and then I will check it out for the next day. Because remember, this is still the day 1 ego tier list after the ID tier list, so there's a shit ton of stuff not tested yet and not experimented with. So we have a lot of room for changes. Unfortunately, I'll be leaving tomorrow night. Yeah, so yeah, I'll try my best to read what you say, and then when I come back, we can talk about the changes to the tier list. Yep. So that's it for this video. Hope this helped you. And remember, for uptying, you do not need to uptie because everything is clearable. If you just want to clear Mirror Dungeon too hard, it's still clearable with uptie 3s. You do not need to get uptie 4. The only thing you should be saving your uptie 4 for is for the characters that are good in Refraction Railway. Yep, so you can just stall all the way until Refraction Railway. You see which characters you want to build, then you build those. So that should be your game plan by default, and if you just feel it, then go for it. Alright, I'm not gonna stop you. It's a single player game after all. For me, I'm saving up my threads, I'm gonna wait for Refraction, then I'm gonna build the units. Yep. Alright, so that's all. Hope you all get informed by this, and please leave your comments so that I can go and fix this if I messed up somewhere. Alright, that's all. Bye bye. See you in the next video.